So VILENSKY on the left of your screen, SHAMEL Youssef for Egypt on the right. And expect it to start slowly. Very different pace. Men's épée to women's sabre. Now we saw the Egyptians in their semi-final play it really cautiously, too cautiously in the end.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested about
against Kazakhstan.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested about the start of this one, because surely Egypt have got to think, well, we should go out and get the lead and make Israel fight us, make Israel come at us.
Oh, seem a bit more fired up.
Fear for the caution that's being adopted by Youssef Shamel here for Egypt. Not that I'm supporting Egypt over Israel, but it plays into Israel's tactics here.
Yeah, but the defence is scoring them the points.
It is at the moment. The thing is, if Egypt do get out to a big lead here, we could have a very long match here, because Israel will not go after this until the final leg. Defensive counteraction. Three épée, that is a big thing. And already VILENSKY is showing that he's not going to go after this. He's just bouncing up and down. He's not going to attack here.
The first point on the board for Israel.
David Sakrati in control of the first couple of legs of this one.
That's our first double. And with doubles, it's really important to know who was pressing, who was attacking. And it was VILENSKY that was coming forward, and Shamel able to double it out.
But the thing about doubles also is that you learn from a double. You don't. It's not just a free point for the defending.
Not just another double.
Yeah, no, it definitely isn't. Not just another double. It is. It's an opportunity to learn what your opponent's doing, what the distance is, what line they're going to. Yes, it's a bonus if you're on the defence to get the double.
Look at that through the legs. If he had hit there, it
would have counted for sure. For sure. But what they're looking at here is not the hit itself; it's whether he was passed and whether he turned.
Yellow card for turn.
Yeah.
For turn. Sangha.
So he's only 20 years old, is SHAMEL Youssef. World rank 47. Also young, 22 years old, 31 in the world. Made the top 32 in the world champs, in the individual, placed 23rd.
Sneaking in on the counter.
This
is looking like it could be a very entertaining match, because Israel just one behind 5 seconds left on the clock. That will be it, I think. 4-3. When you look at this match, this is the first bout of 9. With a 3-0 lead for Egypt, it looked like it could be one that would go the distance. But because VILENSKY went out and after his opponent, he kept it really close.
So coming on for Israel, it's Yehonathan Cohen, Mohamed El-Sisi. And if you're new to fencing, then watch this guy. He's #1 in the world. And he has the most unusual style. There he is. He is a pommeler. Again, if you're new to fencing, they have 2 different types of grip of the épée. You have the pistol grip and you have the pommel grip, which is the French grip. It's long and thin, and you can adjust your hand position. If you look on the right there, ELSAYED is just doing just that, and right now he's got his hand right up by the guard.
Yeah, we saw this earlier on, didn't we, in the semi-finals?
No, watch him, he drops it down.
And now he's moved it out, so he increased the reach of his attack, basically.
You can't do that mid-attack. You can't like throw your point and kind of catch it, but you can do it throughout, so you can move when you're not in the process of being attacked.
Yehonathan Cohen caught ELSAYED right off guard.
Behind the line, please.
So early days, 4 apiece. Sometimes you'll see ELSAYED just walk away, walk backwards, drop his hands, shake his arms out. Kind of like a boxer, just going back to his corner mid-fight and resetting. Yeah, referee. Well, it's not when the referee calls halt. It's when the infringement actually happened, or that when they come when they go core a core or body to body.
Referee took Parditouche, no hit, but he hadn't gone past at that point. So Cohen, and he does get the hit, and now we're going to get a card for turning.
Yellow card for turn. Anggar. Anggar. Yes.
Yeah, so I can see why ELSAYED is saying what he says. He's saying you called halt. I then turned. Why am I getting a card for that? And he said because there was a violent touch and you turned beforehand. And he did turn. Look, he's got his back to his opponent. You know what that card is for? It's actually safety. It's not about because of course you can't hit your opponent if you're not facing them. So the problem is the mask in fencing doesn't cover the back of the head. So the card is there to protect the athlete. Very lucky ELSAYED there. Attack from way too far out.
Distance, please. Distance, both. Step back. Anggar. Ready, and. Double touche.
A lucky double if you're Egypt. Ducking counter-attack from ELSAYED.
Well, he does that move very well. It's one of his trademark.
Anggar simple, mask.
doing all the work in this one, but not able to quite get themselves level. So missing the first action, hitting the second in close quarters. So that first action was really close to being a score.
But then on the leg.
And look at the flexibility of the wrist from ELSAYED in close quarters. Amazing things happened in EPEE over the last decade and a bit, that fencers are no longer following to the rule book. They're no longer following the textbook rules of fencing. That you have a nice on-guard position. If you look at Cohen here, feet, arms, hand, all in the right position compared when you look at the rule book. This is how you fence, the old French or Italian way.
Yeah, the book on technique.
Because of the Koreans, before Beijing Olympic Games in 2008, they said, well, okay, let's have a look at this sport and let's see if we can change it. And that's exactly what they did. And now what you get is you get fencers from traditional nations like Hungary, France, Italy, fencing with a very different style.
Yeah, I mean, the technique book says you should always point your épée towards your opponent. You should always try and keep the back foot down and
perpendicular to your front foot. But look at ELSAYED's feet.
It's kind of like he's like a sprinter. You know.
Doesn't matter what your technique is like according to the not old-fashioned, but the original textbook of fencing.
Well, we saw it change in sabre with the Korean hop, this jumping movement that they do forward down the piece, and then we saw it in men's foil, the Hong Kong fencing.
Well, that was a little later. That was
that was maybe a decade later. Maybe this is the new épée.
But it's not so new. It's been going on for around about I'd say 11, 10, 12 years. Look at Max Heinzer. In the end, the vim and vigour from ELSAYED,
not yet. Coming on for Egypt, it's Mahmoud MOHSEN. And Alon SARID for Israel.
SARID getting a medal at the European Championships just a few weeks ago in Antony, just south of Paris. Was a bit of a surprise, but if you look at his fencing, and we were talking about feet position, look at the back foot of SARID pointing at his opponent. It's not the way I was taught fencing.
Really makes it look like you're doesn't look particularly.
And so what they used to say to us is that you keep your knee over your ankle to make sure you're supporting your knees and your Achilles tendons. But the way they're fencing now is completely different, especially in men's épée. It makes it great. It makes it really good because you've got lots of different styles then. MOHSEN has been brought in for this bronze medal match. I thought he'd hit them with that flick over the top, but it didn't quite depress the point enough.
Engage.
750 grams worth of
Ready.
pressure required to make that point go in.
That's the little weight that you see that they put on to the EPEE to check that prior to the competition.
So you think about that, you know, it's not just getting your point near your opponent,
One.
pushing it in with the force of picking up a bag of sugar, basically. So it's got to be a proper hit.
Which bags of sugar are you buying that are
Wow.
750
Ready.
grams? It's either kilo or half
Yeah,
kilo.
I was going to say a kilo-ish. It's a kilo-ish, right? Don't poo-poo my analogy.
One.
MOHSEN on the attack though.
Engage. Engage.
But SARID drew that.
Ready.
SARID was
Yeah.
actually drawing that attack, and so he bought the double. He paid for the double,
Okay.
if you like, but now he's learned
Red.
where
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can go. You're going to feint low, go high. Okay, now next time he does this attack, SARID is going to be up there with the block high. So it's, this is what I'm saying about learning in doubles. See, already showing that block up into the high line. Circular ceased for those in the note. SARID on the left has worked MOHSEN out. He's stolen the lead for Israel in this match. Doesn't need to apply any real pressure at the moment, but he's doing so in order to draw an attack from the Egyptian. The Egyptian coaching box have said stop, and now we're going to get a call of passivity.
Carton jaune P. Engage.
Andre Kovrinyuk taking over
Ready.
refereeing duties.
Allez.
Bang on to the second with that passivity call.
And that will stay the whole match.
Touché. One.
We see a replay of this, which we're about to watch. The circular block at the top for SARID is what bought the hit. And so he learnt from the double, and now he's got a single light and extended the lead. Clever, clever fencing from Israel.
Masque, please. Masque. On the piste, touche, point. Engage. Prêt. Allez.
18 seconds left. Is SARID going to try for one more? No, it's MOHSEN that goes and gets it.
One.
Well, that time, it was almost like, okay, I know you're going to block there, so I'm going to go and take that blade and then hit you.
This is the game. This is fencing.
Engage. Prêt. Allez.
Well decorated coach Jemek Gorjakowski says this is fencing. You've got to adapt almost hit to hit, and at this level that is exactly what this fencing is.
Salut.
That was a brilliant leg from Yehonathan Cohen. It really has put Israel in with a big chance, because you'd fancy Egypt to win this one.
That was SARID. It's Cohen's
Sorry, SARID, yes.
I was going to say, you're getting ahead of yourself. Yehonathan Cohen's coming on now. And you said SHAMEL for Egypt. But yes, we are now into the fourth. So we've seen everyone, all the ones that are down so far.
Prêt. Allez.
Everyone, all three will fence 3 times unless there's a substitution. Youssef Shamel, just 20 years old. World rank 47 though. And he's up against Yehonathan Cohen, who's 23, world rank 43. Watch, have a look. Have a look at this one.
There's no call. There's no need to call for the yellow card here. That is for sure. We're looking here and in this top left-hand screen at what the referees are looking at on their video.
Touche, point.
Didn't stand. Cards to come out for that one.
Behind the line, please. Behind the line. Ready? Allez.
Asking the fencers to stand behind the line, it's the rule, and Andre Cavigno making sure the rules applied. But for the fencer, it's a psychological advantage. It doesn't actually add any real value to have your foot 3 centimetres ahead of the line. And
well, it might do in sabre, but not in epic.
Yeah, in epic. It doesn't have any value. Mahmoud stepped in, waved his sword in the air. Yehonathan Cohen just saw that as a massive opportunity. Easy hit for Israel.
And having lost the lead, Egypt the scores once again.
Big cart beat, block or beat, whatever you want to call it.
There's the beat.
It's sort of cart into octave. It's sort of halfway between the two. For those of you in the know, and then that knocks the blade out of the way long enough for level up. I definitely now feel that Israel have put themselves in a very, very strong position, and what they're banking on is potentially trying to get a bit of a lead going into the final leg, because you then got VILENSKY against ELSAYED in the last leg, and we know ELSAYED is going to go crazy.
Yes.
If they're behind, if Egypt are behind, he's going to go after it. So he's now in a strong position. But this is why Cohen's been sent out to go
to try and get some points on the board. We got the parry, did MOHSEN, but didn't land on the riposte. It was messy.
Coracor, touche après Coracor. Coracor, touche après Coracor.
The hit was after Coracor, so doesn't stand.
The French is pretty good.
It's not that good.
Touche après Coracor, hit after body to body. I don't know much French, but I know some fencing.
I know a bit of bar French. And some fencing French.
So they're leaving this.
Already?
Yep.
Well,
they are. They're absolutely leaving it.
Well, they can't.
No, they can't because of passivity. Yes, but they are.
Yeah, they can't because I tell them they can't.
They sadly they can't hear you, Graham. They're leaving it because they have said, okay, we're going to hand this over to our teammates to finish the job off.
So who's the higher ranked team? How heavy? Double.
So that's it.
So now they will leave it. Immaterial. And you've got 40 seconds left on the clock. You think just dance around for 40 seconds?
Yep.
Tie your shoelaces.
And this is the thing, you know. So it's easy to think, oh, this is so boring. No, it's a tactic. It's what you must do in order to get a world medal.
Yep.
I mean, it's not. It's crazy to think this is boring. This is absolutely what these two teams must do. The two fences on the piece at the moment. I'd fancy Cohen over MOHSEN to go and get the hits, to be fair. But what they've got to do is they've got to leave their teammates with the opportunity.
The problem is not with the fences. The problem is with the rules.
Yes.
It's the same, you know, and you need to kind of tweak the rules. It's
and they are tweaking them for
so
next
say
season.
you take football where they ban a back pass to the goalkeeper. They put a timer on the amount of time that goalkeeper can take to have the ball in their hands. And that's what we need to. That's what
And that is absolutely what the FIE, the International Federation, are doing for next season. They know this. They know. EPEE, they will say they're the cleverest of all the fences. They know how to work the rule book. And what the FIE are doing for next season is they're removing the initial passivity call. They're saying straight to a red card. And it's right, because they are clever, the EPEE, and they are using the tactic of time. And so they should. I'm not criticising them. The rules allow them to.
you play within the rules. So if it's a problem, then it's up to the rule makers to change the rules.
And the rule makers are changing the rules, and they're doing exactly what you're talking about. But you've got to make these changes ahead of a season. You can't change them midway through. And so the FIE are doing a marvellous job of working on this. I was in Anthony at the European Championships. We go into this penultimate leg, and they did a test on new rules. And they're talking about 15-second. They're testing it. It's not ready yet, but this is the proactivity of the International Federation. It is marvellous. Great.
Well, meanwhile, Israel have taken the lead, which should shake things up a bit.
Israel need to be, I would say, at least four hits up.
Oh, we've got an injury here to Youssef Shamel.
You already had medical break for the pain. Medic.
Well, doctor comes out. They have to. Oh, he's done his groin. I think he's done his groin here.
No, he was gripping his knee, or kind of inside of his knee.
Oh, I think he's done his groin here. It's his groin, left groin.
Well, let's not speculate.
not cramped, is it?
No, he did drop right down into a deep squat. So we're on to the medical break, and there is a timer on that. 5 minutes max. Getting a nice deep tissue massage, but the thing is, when you got an injury like that, it's not. You don't want to go too hard in. So this medical break looks like it might be done, might be dusted. We're ready to continue, not using the full 5 minutes, which is good. And SHAMEL is back up on his feet. So scores tied, 32 all.
Here
we go. Israel versus Egypt. Win the 8th. 32 apiece. Now, passivity with the scores level would favour Egypt because they're the highest ranked team. So Israel have to push. Israel need to score a point here because the scores are level and Egypt are ranked 8th and Israel 14th.
Yeah,
So they scored a double with 2:05 on the clock.
That ranking is a really important thing now. Well, we've got Magic Tristan over in the commentary position because it's raining outside and it seems to be raining inside. And he's a little bit worried about his equipment.
Right,
SHAMEL's been the container the whole way through.
It was 2:05 on the clock, wasn't it? So when it gets towards that.
Yeah, but let's get towards that because but SHAMEL's been the container. He's contained the match right the way through. He's been sent on for Egypt to do the same thing. So passivity is a big thing here. That's why SARID has gone for the hit. Because you said what are the world rankings?
Well, now the world ranking doesn't matter. Now it's the trailing team.
Yes, but if they're level, the world rankings are what?
Yeah, are that Egypt are 8th and Israel's 14th. So yeah. Israel had to push. Now, SHAMEL, because we're on a P red, he has to score a hit, whether it's a double or let a hit be scored against him. Not a great option, but it's better than being disqualified.
Yeah, because
And now the double scored with 55 seconds. We can ignore that, I think, for the rest of the match, because when we get into the ninth and ELSAYED comes on, there's going to be none of this.
So SHAMEL's done his job, sort of, as long as he doesn't give away too many hits right now. If he, I think they can afford to be 3 down. They're not going to be 3 down.
They're going to be level.
He's got the counter on the inside of the wrist here. It's a really nice hit. Look, he's slightly off balance as well on the hit.
That's a fake.
It's not even on the wrist, it was on the top of the arm. I mean, that's a...
That kind of squatting move, that's an invitation. Like I've fallen short with my attack. Oh no, I've squatted down, attack me. No, it's all second intention.
But unforced error from Alon SARID there, because he got hit right on the top of his arm. And for a pommeler, that's a mistake. That's not good. Got the blade out the way. You hear the big clash of the blades coming together. And that is what put SHAMEL out of range. Israel know they need 2 or 3 hits here. They can't afford to go into the final leg 1 down or 1 up even. It needs to be 2, 3 hits for Israel, for me.
There we go. Now 2.
It's the only reason why SARID is going for this now. If we had 2 teams that were equal in terms of their anchor finishes, then they would leave this. They would let these 15 seconds go away. SARID's not, because he knows Israel need to have a bigger lead. I think 2 points is not enough.
Well, we shall see, because we are letting it go, and we're going to go into the ninth. We'll probably go a minute will go by, and then the touch paper will be lit.
He looks hungry.
Yeah, world number 1. Mohamed ELSAYED is the anchor for Egypt. And Dov Ber VILENSKY of Israel has a 2-point lead. So 45 is the target score.
They could get there as well.
I think they will. 3 minutes of fencing. The only thing you'd think with ELSAYED is that there isn't that much room on the scoreboard.
No, so he'll be cautious for the first 30, 35 seconds, something like that. Then we'll see him go. I've got my money on Egypt here.
It was around about 40 seconds.
I mean, it's
textbook,
so
is it?
unorthodox. It's unbelievable, but it's so effective.
Just imagine, like, died in the wool, classic epeists, just rolling their eyes
Screaming.
at this.
Screaming at this. Why are you doing that? How are you scoring hits?
How's it allowed?
He's got another one there under the
Back
wrist.
foot up in the air. And there's this kind of like rah motion where the backhand comes up. It's kind of like trying to stay.
It's a big distraction, yeah.
Yeah.
It is. That's exactly what it is. You're trying to distract your opponent. You could get carded for that.
Yellow card for a court to avoid the touch.
Ooh, to avoid the touch. To avoid being hit. I'm not sure that is exactly what it was, but look.
Well, look, because there you go. Come in, bring Korakor, and then And VILENSKY's proving it. Says, I can't hit him because he went core.
Sakvadze giving the yellow card to ELSAYED. I don't think it's that big a problem. I think ELSAYED will take a couple of red cards here and still win it. Red card means a point to your opponent. He's going to get that point because ELSAYED went past, and now it looks like VILENSKY is just coming off the piece to straighten his weapon. ELSAYED more through hope than protocol. Just having his weapon tested. He did actually hit. He did hit, but the point didn't stay in long enough.
Yeah.
For what? No.
I think this hit's going to stand. Go back to the on-guard lines after Sakvadze has looked at the video. There's the test of the weapon. It starts, of course it does.
Please, we replay here, so.
Well, it's not the first time that ELSAYED has disputed referees' calls.
Well, he needs to focus on the fencing, that is for sure, because the Israeli coach there is looking here at a mental result for his team. ELSAYED down to halfway through the final period. He just has to go and get hits. Forget about what the referee says.
Oh! Parry, counter parry.
Fear for VILENSKY here. There was a massive opportunity for him to score in the middle of that because ELSAYED attacked from way too far. How he got the hit, I mean, great, fantastic for him, but how he got the hit is because there was a mistake from VILENSKY. VILENSKY needs to sharpen up. It's too passive. It's way too passive from the Israeli.
It's almost like saying, come and get me, but ELSAYED is not world #1 for nothing.
He's happy to take the time. He's going to give us a treat here, isn't he? Because he's going to take this all the way through to the last few seconds.
Just needs to level the score. There we go.
Oh, what a hit that is! What a hit to level up. Look, watch this. Feinting to the high line.
Doing that kind of backhand up in the air and then right down to the foot.
Unbelievable. That is why he is the world #1.
So whoever takes the lead here
Position.
be
Thank you.
in the driving seat.
VILENSKY's got to change tactics.
Yeah,
He's got to go on the attack.
ELSAYED just walking away, walking back, dropping his arm, inviting VILENSKY on. Referee just warning him, telling him to fence.
They're going to let this go to priority merit. Oh, I mean, it's a gamble. I think it's more of a gamble for Egypt than it is for Israel.
Well, they didn't need to do that. ELSAYED has the ability, if he had let that point go, to get it back. Now, it's sudden death. Make a mistake, and it's curtains. Who's your money on here?
Well, normally it would be on Egypt in this situation, but priority with VILENSKY probably does mean that Egypt are the ones that are going to get the hit, because VILENSKY has not shown any kind of intent to go in against ELSAYED. ELSAYED has a job to do here. "30 seconds gone."
Come on.
Pushing this to the limit here.
Oh, there he's done it.
Goodness.
Egypt have won the bronze. Mohamed ELSAYED, he's not #1 in the world for nothing. And Egypt clinch a historic bronze medal.
I tell you what, the look on his face at the end was, "What do you mean? Of course I was going to score the hit." No, no, no. That was a brilliant, brilliant touch.
Well, he backed himself. Took it to the priority.
Push. One. Teams, please. 39-38, winner team of Egypt.
And it's Egypt that have come through, but hats off to the Israeli team. Another young group that are emerging onto the world scene.
You see the big hug there for Sandro Cuomo, the Italian who's come into the Egyptian camp to steer this team to their first, I believe, World Championship medal. Sandro Cuomo in the middle. He's staying